Hi everyone, good day. Today we will be continuing on our discussion on income tax for corporation. So previously we have discussed the overview of corporate income tax. We have identified three types of taxpayers for corporation. One is domestic, resident foreign, and non-resident foreign corporation. So um, to continue, let's now discuss how are we going to compute for the income tax due of a corporation. First, in the computation, we need to consider how much should be included as a gross income for the three types of corporation. So we have domestic, which includes the domestic corporation, which is classified as medium, small, and small and medium enterprises. Then domestic corporation, which are uh, non-MSME, resident foreign corporation, and non-resident foreign corporation. So for domestic corporation, MSME, and non-MSME, income derived within and without the Philippines should be included as part of their gross income, while resident foreign corporation and non-resident foreign corporation, only income derived within the Philippines are included as part of their gross income. Okay, so in computing for the tax of corporation, we need to take note of the sales covered under their operation. So first, we need to identify how much is the gross sales. Then, in that gross sales, do we have sales discount, sales returns and allowances for us to derive at the net sales. So in computing for the net sales, the gross sales will be deducted by the sales discount and sales returns and allowances. So that will be our gross net sales. Okay, then the net sales will be the starting point of our computation for income tax. Okay, then for corporation, domestic corporation, and resident foreign corporation need to include their net sales. Okay, then after computing for the net sales, we will be deducting the cost of sales to come up with the gross income. So technically, the gross income is equal to our gross profit. So to avoid confusion, we will use the term gross income. Okay, so from the gross income, we can now deduct the operating expenses or the optional standard deduction. So for the optional standard deduction, unlike for individuals, the 40% is multiplied to the gross sales or receipt. Okay, but for corporation, the 40% is based on gross income. Okay, so let's not be confused on that. But for optional standard deduction, we will have another discussion on that on a separate video. Okay, then after deducting the operating expenses, we will now have our taxable income. after taxable income, we can now multiply the taxable income to our tax rate depending on the type of the taxpayer. So for MSME, domestic corporation, their tax rate is 20%. For non-MSME and resident foreign corporation, their tax rate is 25% to come up with the tax due or our regular corporate income tax. Okay? So, how about for our non-resident uh, foreign corporations? So, for non-resident foreign corporation, our tax base is the sales or receipt multiplied by our tax rate to come up with our tax due. So, as you can see, for non-resident foreign corporation, there's no deductions included in computing for the tax due. Okay, so that is how we we compute for the regular corporate income tax for corporation. So what if our corporation does not have a taxable income, or it resulted to a loss due to deductions or expenses, or in rare cases the corporation is at break even, meaning there's no taxable income, as in zero. So to avoid non-payment of tax for corporation, the government have um, devised a scheme to situate that uh, corporation earning corporations are still taxed at a minimum rate. So we have the so-called MCIT, or the minimum corporate income tax. So this is a tax to make sure tax is paid even if there's a loss or zero net income. However, the minimum corporate income tax starts only on the fourth year of business operation, meaning after the third year of um, commencement of business operation, the minimum corporate income tax will now be included on the fourth year of their operation. So take note that it is based on the year of business operation, not on the date of business registration. So that is a different term. So some corporation may be registered at a earlier date, but then started um, their operation only at a later date. So we need to consider that the MCIT starts on the fourth year of business operation. So for MCIT, so for the uh, minimum corporate income tax, the rate is 2% of the gross income. So take note of the term gross income. So the basis for the 2% is not the sales or receipt. Instead, it is based on the gross income. So this is true for MSME, non-MSME, and resident foreign corporation. But for non-resident foreign corporation, they are not subject to MCIT because their gross income is already subject to 25% tax rate, not considering any expenses. Okay? So, for the discussion on the optional standard deduction, it will be included in a separate video. So if you have any questions on the computation of RCIT and MCIT, please don't hesitate to message me through our Facebook Messenger group chat or our MS Teams group chat. And that's it. Thank you, and see you again on our next video.